What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back. Today, I want to take a break from the Q&A. I'm actually going to push it to probably tomorrow's video if I can make a video tomorrow. Honestly, life's been getting a little hectic, so we're going to have to see if I can continue this daily upload. You guys know I missed Saturday already. But today, I wanted to talk about my thoughts on the Vanguard beta. I wanted to talk about this a little bit earlier, kind of push the Q&A back, because this is kind of a hot topic right now. Now, for those of you who follow me on Twitter, who, are in my Discord, whatever, you guys know that I haven't played the Vanguard beta. To be honest, I haven't even played the Vanguard alpha. I am excited for this game, but there is zero chance I'm playing Call of Duty without an FOV slider anymore, okay? Modern Warfare, Cold War, just playing on PC in general has spoiled me to the point where even going back and watching like old Black Ops 4 footage, Black Ops 3, it just feels like you're running super slow. Like I get a headache from all the constant turns that I used to do. I don't know how I used to do it. You guys know that, if I play Search or something, like I spin around a lot. I do a lot of YY nonsense. Back then, dude, on low FOV, it was like times 10, okay? It was much more insane. So that's the main reason why I haven't been playing, the Vanguard alpha or the beta. Along with that, the PlayStation 4, guys, when did that come out? 2012, 2013? Like, that's like using an iPhone from back then, all right? Do you want to be using an iPhone from like, I don't know, 8 years ago, 9 years ago? Or do you want to use today's iPhone, okay? Like, it's just a different graphical fidelity, different time period, really. It's ancient at this point. So while, a PS4 might be still fun to play, like, games like Marvel Spider-Man or God of War or something, a first-person shooter where you have to have fast reaction time and where you have to see people really clearly, not really the best console in my opinion, so I'm not really going with it anymore. I saw the homie Thunder tweet, and I'll start with this for the beta analysis, beta review. I'll put it up on screen. He basically goes, honest Vanguard beta opinion, not fun at all. The maps are terrible, might even be worse than Modern Warfare player visibility, even worse than Cold War, and SPMM is very thick. He says it's still early and things can only get better, he hopes. This is pretty much the general consensus from what I saw on Twitter, and seeing as how this tweet got over 540 likes, I'm assuming a lot of people agree with him. I know a lot of big content creators agree with him. I saw blametruth make a video, Nero Cinema, 8 Thoughts, a lot of these guys made videos, not really like the shills. I'm not going to mention anyone by name, but some people are always positive about COD, and it's not always fun listening to them, watching their videos, because you don't know if they're telling you the truth or not. Hey, when you come here, man, you're always hearing the truth from me. So let's start with each point and maybe some other points too, because I have a few other things that people seem to be talking about when it comes to the beta. Let's start off with the maps, alright? A lot of people, and I mean a lot of people, have been complaining about Red Star 6v6. So much to the point where I know that I should be complaining about that when I hop on, okay? That's all I saw on Twitter the first day that the Vanguard beta was out. It's apparently the snow map that is huge, kind of like, think Azure Cave, Atlas Superstore, and it doesn't fit a 6v6 playstyle at all. Now, this is nothing new to me. I've played Modern Warfare 2019 Respawn, okay? It's not new to me that, maps are sometimes too big for the player count. That's not new. What I think they should do is limit like the amount of maps that you can play to that correct player size, if that makes sense. So if it's 6v6, you should only have, your Nuketown, your Slums, your Summit, like the 6v6 kind of maps. You shouldn't be playing Azure Cave or Grozno Raid. Like, you shouldn't be playing these kinds of huge, ridiculously scaled maps on 6v6. Save those for, the 14 vs 14, or the 18 vs 18, or even the 24 24. Save them for the different combat pacings. I forget what they're called. Blitz, I think, is one, and yeah, I don't remember the other one. That honestly makes the most sense to me, right? Because then you have maps that have the same pacing. You have your smaller maps with less players, and you have your bigger maps with more players. Wow, crazy concept, right? I can't believe no one's thought of it. In the same way that putting 12v12 on Shipment would pretty much ruin the pacing, same thing with putting 6v6 on Red Star. It ruins the pacing. You don't see anybody. And Shipment, you see too many people. It's all about pacing, where you want to see someone every, 5 to 15 seconds, something like that maybe. That's good pacing in my opinion. You don't want to see 10 people in 1 second. You don't want to see one person in 5 minutes. Alright, it's very simple. Honestly, at this point, even after Modern Warfare, like hearing the huge complaints that people had with the maps, I don't know why they continuously make these big maps with lower player counts. I don't know who's wanting this. The other maps I haven't heard people really complain about. I know people like Hotel Royale. I think people are okay with Gavutu, but people really, really hate Red Star. So I mean, so far, we're 2 for 3 on the maps. I think they're going to release another one by the end of this beta, maybe next weekend's beta. I don't know. Next weekend's beta is actually when I'll be able to finally play, because I'll be able to play on PC. Like I said, I'm not playing on PlayStation. Those days are long gone. The next thing Thunder mentions here is player visibility. He says that it's worse than Cold War. Personally, Cold War player visibility, guys, was really, really bad. I saw this tweet from Nero Cinema. I don't think I can pull it up or whatever, but basically he posted a picture of like 2 seconds before he died, and you can't see anyone. Like there's no one on his screen at all, and he dies in 2 seconds. And then he posts like the kill cam view, and like when you go back to the original picture and try to find him, it takes you like 10 minutes to find the guy. The visibility on some of these maps looks terrible. Now, right off the bat, I don't know if that's just because it's on, last gen graphics. Some people are playing on PlayStation, some people are playing on PlayStation Pro. I hear a lot of people who are playing on PS5 don't have these issues, so it could potentially just be like an old console kind of thing. It could just be the lighting on some maps. I'm sure when you play on PC, you're going to have, NVIDIA filters to turn things up. You're going to have, if you're recording in OBS, you can turn up the saturation, things like that. I don't want, the game to have that where, like, if you play on PC, you have a huge graphical advantage, because you already do, right, on PC. So honestly, I do think that Vanguard should change the player visibility, okay? They should make it so either people glow in like some red outline, maybe people stand out, because remember, factions are gone. So if you hear, a certain operator that is not on your team, it's not going to do anything, because it could, it could be your teammate, it could be an enemy. So it's going to depend there. Again, I think player visibility, from what I've seen, from what I've heard, is bad. All right, that's probably one of the biggest issues. And the last thing Thunder talks about is skill-based matchmaking being very thick. This is to be expected. All right, it's a beta. They're testing out the skill-based matchmaking systems. They want to make sure it works for the full game, obviously. A lot of people are dropping V2 rockets. I don't know if they're reverse boosting or not, but it looks like the same old, to the point where people who don't have 2 accounts are going to end up suffering a little bit. People who do might have a fun year ahead of them. Some of the other complaints people have, obviously, the no FOV slider is really annoying on console. Another big reason why I'm not playing the beta. People have reported huge blur issues, making the game unplayable on last gen hardware. Again, like I said, PS5 people, I hear them way less so. Another big issue is the audio. People find the audio just weird. Not necessarily good or bad, just weird, where sometimes it's extremely quiet. Sometimes people sound like they're super far from you, but they're right next to you, and things like that. Personally, that's something that I'm only going to be able to judge from playing myself. Watching a gameplay or like listening to someone talk about it, that's their opinion. Sometimes people, like for instance, Drifter, he talks about how his ears are very delicate and things are too loud for him. Sometimes I can't hear anything when he's, like in a game he's talking about, for instance. So it's really person to person. It's very subjective. Again, I'll give you guys my thoughts when I eventually play the game. I was looking forward to it. You guys know this, but honestly, from the feedback I've heard, it looks like this game has a lot of improvement to do. It looks like it's not fully finished. It looks like it needs some more processing and things like that. Man, we're gonna have to see. Like, I'm looking forward to it, but I'm also a little bit nervous. All right, I'm pretty nervous. So we're gonna have to see. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like, subscribe if you're new to the channel. I want to post more Vanguard gameplay. Yesterday's video, or 2 days ago, the Warzone one did not do well. I don't know if I'm gonna cover Warzone anymore. People don't seem to care about that, so I might just stick with 66, and we'll see how that goes. But anyway, appreciate the support. Make sure to have a great rest of the day or weekend, and I'll see you for the Q&A hopefully tomorrow, maybe the next day. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Peace.